I am Reginald Moore, Executive Director for Baltimore City Rec and Parks, and we're so excited to be here at Greenmount Recreation Center. It is always refreshing when I see the mayor and I see elected officials. I mean, we're doing something amazing, some new asset, something that's coming to a community. So we're truly here at Greenmount to celebrate the first public AI lab. That deserves a round of applause. So as we go through this day, there's so many people that I want to thank, but I want to start by thanking Mayor Scott for his continued support for Baltimore City Rec and Parks. When we speak about a 2022 vision of us rolling out the rec rollout, this was Mayor Scott who said that no longer were we going to continue to have facilities where kids did not want to go into. No longer were we going to have swimming pools where kids didn't have an opportunity where they can learn to swim. And they can even learn how to even potentially be community swim teams and developing community swim teams. No longer were we going to have playgrounds where the kids had to not go on their playground because maybe the slide had a hole in it. So, Mayor Scott, thank you for your continued $200 million plus, and it's still growing commitment, but it's also about collaboration and partnership. We're here today celebrating this amazing AI lab because of the partnership and the collaboration with NWM. So, NVM, I'm sorry. So thank you for believing in this city. Thank you for putting the first public AI lab here in Baltimore. And what better way than here in East Baltimore, we're making this investment. So thank you all. I will come back and share a few more comments shortly, but at this point in time, I would like to bring forward our mayor, Mayor Brandon Scott.
Good afternoon, everybody. I thought we were on Greenmount, Councilman Jones. We'll try that again. Good afternoon, everybody. All right, I heard you, Miss Sandy. Thank you very much. It is great to be at Greenmount Rec Center with our partners, Rec and Parks. Let's give Dr. Director Moore and the team at Rec and Parks a big round of applause for all the great work that they do each and every day throughout the city of Baltimore. I know that there's only one group of people more excited about the start of school than parents. It's the staff at Rec and Parks, because now they have the children at a smaller window. But they did a great job with their summer camps this summer and the work that they do every single day. The director talked about the investment, but with that investment comes great responsibility. And when you look at the facilities, when you look at the changing of the programming, when you look at how people view recreation and parks now versus the last 5, 10, 15 years, the director and all the team have done a great job of taking that investment, taking that recognition of the importance of the agency and delivering. So let's give them another big round of applause. As you can see, I'm joined by the pride of East Baltimore, Councilman Jermaine Jones, someone who has always been dedicated to these communities in particular, but really is hitting his stride early as a city councilman and representing this fine district. We're also grateful for our partners at NWN, our partners from Intel, and most importantly, the community members who are here for today's ribbon cutting. Because we are so proud that Greenmount is now the home to the world's first AI computer lab for public use right here in East Baltimore. Thanks to our friends at NWN and Intel, this lab is equipped with the best of the best technology for our residents to use, and more importantly, they'll have access to programming and classes to learn how to use this lab responsibly and use AI in a responsible manner. And we have to continue, Kenya, to do that great work as we have create access, and Kenya and the team at BSET have been creating so much more access to high quality internet and computers and things they need across the city. We have to thank them. But as we give them the tools, and now they have this AI tool, we have to make sure that they're using it responsibly. And here across the city, we're making sure that our young people and those who are not so young, rec centers aren't just for young people, have modern recreation and learning opportunities to help them reach their full potential in this new world that we all live in. And this is a prime example of public-private partnerships in action. And I'm excited to see the lab in action itself. And with that, I will turn it over to Councilman Jermaine Jones.
Thank you all, and welcome to District 12. I am Jermaine Jones, councilman of District 12. That was redundant, but I just want to say welcome and bring 3 quick points because I've been told after 3 people just ignore the rest. So first, I just want to take this moment to thank the mayor and Rex and Parks for staying steadfast to your vision and staying committed to the vision of giving our children the resources they deserve, especially when in a time in which we've often been forced to juggle priorities. But Mayor, you've shown that we can stick to our promises and improve our recs while also addressing the crime issues and the violence issues all at the same time, and we can do both. So thank you for that. Secondly, I just want to also highlight the mayor and the team for continuing to invest in neighborhoods that haven't been invested in throughout the years, and when it comes to good things like this, so I just want to shout you all up for continuing to invest in the neighborhoods, not only that needed the most, but just haven't had that attention as much. And I'm proud to see all the improvements and all the great things happening over here in Greenmount. And third, I just want to highlight that not only are we years ago when we talked about the vision of rec and parks and giving our children the resources they deserve, we talked about things like pools and green space and just the regular basic things. But now today we're talking about AI. Like we're not talking about the bare minimum and the standards. We're getting ahead of the curve, and this is what investment looks like. Not giving our children the bare minimum and the things that they need, but a little extra, the little extra things that they want, that they are interested in. And that's what I'm most proud of today, and just happy to be a part of the celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Jones. Thank you, Mayor Scott. Again, I want to first by thanking NWN, Intel, for their investment in Greenmount with the first AI lab. I also want to thank BSIT for providing the infrastructure for this lab and the continued support in providing free Wi-Fi, not only in this community, but throughout the city. I want to also, it's extremely important when you're developing a vision that you also focus and you think your team. Because sometimes we don't just think the team that's pushing and moving this forward. So I want to thank Jarrell Johnson, who has hit the ground running as he became our chief of IT. Thank you and your entire team for making sure that this project became a reality. But also I want to thank Tim Johnson, who's the center director, who's doing amazing things here at Greenmount. There you go. Mr. Mayor, it's only one mistake with Tim. He's a Giants fan, but, we're going to have to forgive him for that. Maybe they'll win more than 4 games this year. They won't. Hey, Tim, hopefully y'all win more than 4. But also just thank Karen, Jordan, Laura, and David McNair for their support to David. So just talking a little bit about what this means with an AI lab, being the first public AI lab. One, there's 12 workspaces that's throughout this center. The center will have an opportunity to bring social and physical health benefits, but also will serve as a community hub and a resource center. The lab will help close the digital divide and increase digital literacy and prepare community members for future careers. Also, we cannot just do this lab. We got to have, as I told our team, we got to have structure. So having structured programs, and those programs are going to be led by our STEM coordinator, who is Enzo Blanks. Today we're launching our first class, AI Ethics and AI Prompting 101. And in September, we're launching programs, Coding in Schools, where we will remove barriers in tech education. Through them, community members will have access to free certification programs. And also, we cannot forget about our youth. We will continue, as the mayor stated earlier, we want to make sure that we teach our kids the proper ways of using AI and how it can benefit them. So I am so excited to see this continued work. I am thankful for the partnerships. I'm thankful for the mayor and all of our elected officials who's bought into this vision and invested in the entire communities. Councilman Jones, you couldn't have said it best. what's so unique about Greenmount today is that we're investing in communities that normally you wouldn't be having a conversation today about an AI lab in East Baltimore, 12th District in Greenmount. Today we are having that because with this mayor has developed a vision that we're going to build equity across this city. So thank you to everyone. And with that, I will bring an individual that really doesn't need introductions, but I'm going to introduce her. Kenya has taken on this role of how we improve broadband across this city, and she has been a valuable partner to our agency. And I want to tell you on behalf of our entire agency, thank you, Ms. Kenya, Chief of Broadband and Equity.
Why, thank you. I have to say, all of my talking points, everybody else already hit, so I'm not quite sure what's left to say except, situations like this, everybody gets up and the first thing they do is they say, I want to thank the mayor because that's what you're kind of supposed to do. But when the mayor said, we want to make sure all Baltimore City residents have access to technology, to resources, to support, go make it happen, we did that. We did that. Every recreation center now has computers. You can go in, you can borrow a computer, you can get help right there in a recreation center. Every recreation center has indoor and outdoor public Wi-Fi. You can go in, you can pull up your car, you can go inside, but we are bringing the resources to the communities that need them most. Because unlike other cities in this country, we still value and prioritize equity. My mayor said, no, we're not changing our names. We are still broadband and digital equity. Equity is still an important value for our city. So before I go much further, I have to thank my staff, our tech team, Manish, Emily, the team that actually sat out in the rain to ensure that the equipment was working so that when our young people show up, they actually have operational opportunities. We have our program team that ensures that all of the training that's available is available through our rec centers. But most importantly, here's the thing. Here's the difference between AI. I'm going to explain to you why Greenmount is different. Too often I hear from employers, I'd love to hire locally, but Baltimore doesn't have that skill set. That changes today. That changes today. When we talk to our young people about opportunities in tech, they're thinking, oh, well, I have to go to college for 8 years. No, you start right here in your neighborhood. You don't have to go to a special school. You don't have to go. Right here in your own zip code, are you able to start your process? And we always talk about young people. I got to tell you, we work with older adults. I have older adults that will not touch a computer because in their time, in their day and age, anything you touch, if it breaks, think about assembly lines, right? When it breaks, everything shuts down. They are scared of technology, but they understand AI is here. And what this lab will help them do is become more familiar, be able to talk to other older adults, even their own families. This is game-changing. I have to thank not just our amazing partnership with Baltimore City Recs and Parks and the mayor's guidance and strategy, but Intel, you all, NWA, you all came in and you said, I remember when we first started, you said, we're going to do this. We're going to choose this neighborhood. We're going to make a difference right here. And you did it. So thank you. This is what public-private partnership looks like. So thank you all very much. Let's enjoy this opportunity and capitalize on it.
Thank you, Ms. Kenya. And this next individual, Andrew Gilman, NWI Carousel's Chief Marketing Officer. Andrew and his team has reached out. They reached out to us over a year ago, and they had this vision that they wanted to bring an AI lab to Baltimore. And since that initial email, they have continued to be that partner up until today. And so, Andrew, when I walked up, you stated, we got to this day, and we're here to celebrate. So please help me in welcoming Andrew Gilman to this.
Thank you, Doctor. Thanks, everyone. Good morning. My name's Andrew Gilman, CMO of NWN, the tech services company behind the AI Resource Center. You know, it's an honor to be back here in Baltimore, a city that's not just embracing innovation, thank you, Mayor, but helping to define it. This ribbon cutting marks more than an opening. It's a celebration of a long-standing partnership. NWN has proudly served the state of Maryland and the city of Baltimore for over 15 years, delivering technology solutions that power public safety, education, and government services. And as you heard, our journey here started actually a couple of years ago, even before the email, with a bold idea to use AI to help modernize the city's 911 system. We brought AI voice translation system technology to the 911 system to reduce the response time, which was transformational. And that project sparked a deeper commitment to this community, notably hosting the world's first AI Athletics Day last summer, almost a year ago, and into a meaningful collaboration with Baltimore Parks and Recreation, partnering with the visionary CIO, as you heard, Jarrell Johnson. So another round of applause for Jarrell, please. I really can't stress enough and acknowledge Jarrell for his leadership more and friendship along with NWN's local leader, Tom Costa. It's also Tom's birthday today, so if you want to wish him a happy birthday. I promised him I wouldn't do that. I also want to recognize our CEO, Jim Sullivan, and thank our board member, Michael Barrett, for being here today. Thank you, Michael. And a special thanks to the Baltimore Ravens for their continued commitment to this initiative. You know, today we're proud to unveil a space where young people and the broader community can explore the future hands-on. The lab is powered by NWN's AI-driven technology portfolio and is designed to make advanced skills and digital creativity accessible to everyone. And finally, I'm grateful to Mayor Brandon Scott for joining us today. Thank you, Mayor, for your leadership. And I want to thank our partners at Intel and across the city and state who continue to trust NWN to deliver secure, scalable, and impactful technology. And to the broader community here, this AI lab is your space. Use it to learn, use it to build, and use it to imagine what's possible. Thank you.
And with that, thank you, Andrew. And with that, before we officially cut the ribbon, we'll open up for the media if they have questions. I assume centered around the AI lab, right?
Yeah, folks, media, if you have questions, you can come here and try to limit to 2 questions and 1 follow-up. Chris George.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please help me and bring the president of Intel Government Technology, Christopher George, to the podium. I apologize.
Good try. Good try. So, the councilman, you had 3 points. I only got 2. So my dad was a pastor, and he definitely said you barely remember 3, but I'll keep it simple. So 2 things. I had the privilege of being at Argonne National Lab out in Chicago area a few months ago to open up the big Aurora supercomputer that we built there. You know, tens of thousands of processing units, over an exaflop of compute power, just unimaginable scientific computing available. But to be honest, it feels better to be here. It feels better to be here knowing that the impact we're making in a community that really needs it is going to be enormous. As a technologist, I loved being in the lab. I loved seeing the PCs. I loved learning about what languages are being programmed in. So that's point 1, seeing AI at all scales, seeing what the technology will be able to do. And then the second is the passion I have as a father. 3 kids, 10, 12, and 14. We live down in Northern Virginia. And my daughter is just starting high school. She's learning about AI ethics. I was like, hold on, give that to me. I got to read up on this. Like, I got to go back to school with you. It's really exciting to see the lab, to see the impact it'll have on children in the area. And that's not just as a father, I guess, but also as a future employer. Exciting to see how we're getting these kids trained up. So I guess the only question left that I've got is how to get my kids signed up here. This looks great. So thank you so much for the time. Thank you so much, Mayor, for the coming out and being here with us, and to all the other folks.
Thank you again, Chris. And I apologize. Didn't mean to leave you out. Now with that, is there any questions from the media, please?
I guess first, Chris, for me, thank you, but also 10, 12, and 14, and you're still alive. That's a lot of 2 under 2. As someone who's in the 2 under 2 stage, is grateful to see that you can still be upright. Thank you very much. I'll make it right eventually. I can't see that forest right now. I have 2 trees that fall on me all day, every day. Janae, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Mayor Scott, talk to me about, we had the the groundbreaking yesterday for a new library in Park Heights, in addition to our ribbon cutting today. How does it feel to not only be investing in these typically underinvested communities, but advancing these communities? I mean, AI is a huge step. So how does it feel to just really be a part of progressing these types of communities forward?
Well, this is, if we were in church, we would say that we are grateful to be alive at such a time as this, right? With all the craziness in the world, as you heard from Kenya, we have remained focused. And this is a big focus for us, making sure that we are investing in our young people, in our communities, the communities that have been forgotten, right? And when you think about a community like this one, think about some of the people that walked these streets when they were young people, like Tupac, right? That went on to change the world. What we're able to do now with this center is allow one of these young people, right? Even if it's just one, who now goes off and changes the world through AI. That is what you're talking about doing, and providing those spaces and opportunities, providing a place like the library. For me, that was very personal as someone who went to the library before it was closed. This is what we were elected to do. This is why folks like myself and Councilman Jones got into office, because we wanted to do the opposite for our communities and for our young people than what was done to us. As I often say, when we were growing up in Baltimore, we were looked at as a problem to solve, not something to invest in. And now we're flipping it on its head so that all of these young people know that they can be better than what anyone says they can be.
I am Kevin Richardson with the Baltimore Sun.
Yes, sir, Kevin.
I want to say I think this is an awesome program that you're having for the kids and those who live in the neighborhood. My question may be for those with NWN is what type of certificates the kids can look forward to getting when they become part of this program here at the center?
I'm looking to see if anybody knows the answer.
Anybody know yet? Oh, it's this gentleman here knows.
Come on, Andrew. Andrew got you.
All right.
Perfect. Andrew Fahm with Code in the Schools. Through generous support for the Baltimore City IT department, we will be offering Tech Plus certification through CompTIA, as well as some other advanced certifications based on student interest and capability. So happy to talk more about it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rebecca Pryor with Fox 45. Questions are limited, and I do have to ask about what's happening in D.C. with the federal takeover. D.C. is now reporting a dramatic drop in crime. Carjackings are down 87%. Violent crime is down 45% after seeing those federal forces arrive. For you, after seeing that success, does it change your mind at all on bringing the same type of federal intervention here to Baltimore?
No, it doesn't change my mind, Rebecca. I think everybody out here knew what you were going to ask. I think that what we have to understand is that we have said very clearly, right? There are ways for the president to help not just Baltimore or D.C., but major cities across this country, and quite frankly, rural communities across this country, suburban communities across this country. As I said, and I put this response out last week, we welcome them sending more ATF FBI, DEA agents to work alongside the police department like they do every single day here to help us extract those who are trafficking guns, trafficking drugs, committing violent crimes across the streets of Baltimore, right? We want that to happen. We will welcome them and welcome arms. But we do not want an occupation, right? And we also want something that is sustainable. And I think that that's the focus that we want to have as we continue that work. I think you may have been there, or one of your colleagues, when we announced the expansion of our group violence reduction strategy. Our FBI Special Agent in Charge was standing right to my right or my left. These are folks that we work with every day. But when you're talking about an administration that has been taking agents off of those kind of jobs, those jobs that they signed up for, right? If you're ATF focused on guns, FBI focused on drugs, DEA focused on drugs, to do immigration, right? To then turn around and tell us that, oh, now we're going to have them come and just patrol in the streets. We want more federal help, but we want it the right way.
In the same time period, though, Baltimore has seen twice as much crime and 9 times the violent crime compared to D.C. So what is your response to residents who say, this is working there, why not try it here?
Yeah, I figured that you guys will have a spin. We understand that you guys are there to carry the president's message. We understand that. But the reality is that at what cost? How many D.C. residents, how many of those folks that they have arrested were violent criminals? How many of those folks were in violent drug organizations? How many of those folks were just delivering food or going to work? How many of those folks were actually out there that had a warrant? We haven't heard about that. Out of the arrests that have come from them, how many of them actually had guns? And where were those guns tied to? Those are the kind of things that we have to see. But I think it's very important for the residents, and you guys probably won't add this part in, to understand that what we've had in Baltimore. First of all, you cannot compare Washington, D.C. to any other city in America, right? Because they are one of a kind. So there is no Apple to compare to Washington, D.C. We're Baltimore. And you know this, right now, as you and I are talking, we have the fewest amounts of homicides in this city has ever seen on record. But it's not just, we don't just stop there. Robberies are down. Carjackings are down. We're talking about a August that has had 6 homicides when last year's August had 18 homicides, right? That's what we have to be focused on, not this partisan political game that folks are trying to play, not this we're going to occupy cities because of we don't like the people that are in charge. We're going to go back because we had that here before, right? A lot of folks out here grew up in Baltimore in the 90s and 2000s and remember what it was like to be black and walk outside your own house and say, hey, sit down on the curb, we're going to put these handcuffs on you just because you're outside. And guess what? Yeah, that worked for a little while, but did the city get safer? No, it didn't. We have to do it the right way. Baltimore is Baltimore, D.C. is D.C. If they want to truly help Baltimore and other cities around the country, they would do what real leaders do, work with the people on the ground who have been doing the work each and every day. They wouldn't be cutting funding to violence programs. They wouldn't be cutting funding and taking away agents from their real jobs. They will be allowing those people to do that work, to do it strategically, and extracting those folks. And we welcome, again, folks to come in, but they have to come in the right way.
Those are my 2 questions.
Thanks, folks. I think we're going to head around to the front to do ribbon.
All right, let's go.